Ní Abuja ní last week yìí, àwọn oníròyìn tí wọ́n máa ń lọ sí Aso Rock ìyẹn ní villa, wọ́n ní security agency, wọ́n dá wọn dúró bí àwọn bíi 25 ni wọ́n dá dúró. Ẹ má gbàgbé pé everyday ni àwọn oníwèé ìròyìn máa ń lọ sí inú Aso Rock láti lọ gbé news jáde. But to my surprise, wọ́n ní wọ́n dá wọn bíi 25 tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé Vanguard newspaper, Galaxy, AIT, On TV, gbogbo wọn wà ní ara àwọn tí wọ́n dá dúró. Ẹ má dẹ̀ wí pé Galaxy TV, Galaxy àti Vanguard newspaper, wọ́n jẹ́ popular news media tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti pẹ́ gan, especially Vanguard newspaper, wọ́n ti pẹ́, wọ́n dá wọn dúró. Wọ́n tí wọ́n sọ fún wọn ni pé láti máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn because àwọn tí wọ́n san tax tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ní license, wọ́n ní right láti lọ as a news media. Wọn kì í ṣe anyhow person because kéèyàn tó lè gbéra àìmọye document tó ti máa báàkì gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe. Wọ́n náà dá wọn dúró. Àní tèmi dẹ̀ mọ̀ níbẹ̀ ni pé ìsídà kó jẹ́ pé títorí àwọn àṣírí kan fẹ́ máa jáde ńbẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn tí wọ́n ń wá sínú Aso Rock, àwọn tí wọ́n wá tí wọ́n ń gbé news jáde ló ń jẹ́ káwọn àṣírí mọ̀ jáde ńbẹ̀ yẹn. Tàbí kó jẹ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe àwọn nǹkan kan, wọ́n fẹ́ dọwọ́rú tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí àwọn oníwèé ìròyìn gbé. Because kò yé mi, tàbí kí wọ́n ti dictate pé àwọn media kan wà tí wọ́n support wọn, tàbí tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n máa sábà gbé ìròyìn jáde. Ṣé pé irú SERAP reporter sì kò lè ṣe kó má gbé ìròyìn jáde. Kò sí nǹkan tó kàn pẹ̀lú kò support anybody when tó bá ṣe bálabàla ó máa gbé jáde. Mo dẹ̀ máa ń watch Vanguard newspaper náà pé ó dà ipò náà máa ń ṣe kinní kò dúró lórí wípé kó wà bias. Ẹ get mi, àti àwọn media kan tó jẹ́ pẹ̀lú mi máa wà nípa ẹ̀rù pé á wà bias pé kó dúró lórí èèyàn kan. Irú àwọn Arise TV yẹn, àwọn máa ẹ̀mọ̀ oníkálùkù ló ní nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Wọ́n sáà dá wọn dúró. Bọ̀ kí n tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lọ, jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ ka news yẹn fún ẹ. So tí n bá kà tán, màá wá padà wá láti wá ṣàlàyé, láti wá tún ọ̀rọ̀ míì sọ lé lórí. SERAP give 48 hours to reverse banning of Vanguard, Galaxy TVs and other 23 from Aso Rock villas. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project SERAP has urged President Bola Tîñûbü to use his good office and leadership position to immediately reverse the unlawful banning of 25 journalists and media houses from covering the presidential villa and restore the accreditation of those affected. SERAP urged the president to instruct the official in the presidential villa, allow journalists and immediately hours to freely do their job and discharge their conditional duty, holding those in power. Section. SERAP reporter last Wednesday report that the president's order security agents to withdraw the accreditation of 25 journalists covering the presidential villa of Aso Rock. SERAP reporter gathered that the journalists were shocked when the security operative station at the main gate of the villa told them to submit their accreditation tag. The security operative did not give reason or explain for the withdrawal of tag. Banning journalists include those from the Vanguard, Galaxy TV, Ben TV, MITV, ITV, Abuja, Prompt News, On TV, and Liberty. In the letter dated 26 August 2023 and signed by the SERAP Duty Director Kolawole Olaoluwadare, the organization said the banning debarring these journalists and media house from the covering the presidential villas is to prevent them from carrying out their legitimate conditional responsibility. SERAP added that the Tîñûbü administration cannot, with one broad stroke, ban journalists from the covering public. Citizens' access to information and participation would mean little if journalists and media houses are denied access to seats of government. The organization said the letter read in the part we won't be grateful if the recommended measures are taken within 24 hours of the receipt and or publication of this letter. If we have not heard from you by then, SERAP shall consider appropriate legal action to compel your government to comply with our request in public. Nigerians may consider the expulsion of the journalists from the presidential villa as your government absence towards media freedom and citizens' right of access, information, and participation in their own government. The legal obligation imposed on your government to ensure and uphold media freedom and human rights and facilitates public access to the presidential villa as a public trust outweigh any purported security concerning and overcrowding of the press gallery. Media freedom, access to information, and citizen participation in the affair of their own government are the sine qua non of a democratic and rule of law based society. The withdrawal of the accreditation tag of these journalists directly violates media freedom and human rights, including the access to information and the right to participation. If we have a significant chilling effects on new gathering and reporting function and may lead to self-censorship. The withdrawal of the accreditation of the journalists will construct barrier between Nigerian and certain information about the operation of their government, something which they have a constitutional right. Receive media freedom, access to information, and the right to participation are necessary for the maintenance of an open and accountability government. This freedom are so fundamental in a democratic that they trap and wage value or grant of security concerning an overcrowding of the press gallery area. This effective exercise of media freedom, access to information, and citizen right to participation in their government will preserve and contribute to a free and democratic society, something which is consistent with their constitution oath of office to defend the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended. It added, allow the media to cover the presidential villa will improve the reliability in information available to the public and serve the public interest. Your government reported justify this grave constitutional infraction on the pretext on an internal attempt to reduce the bloated number of print photographers and the overcrowding in the State House. Your government also cited alleged security concerning raised by State House officials and visiting dignitary concerning the overcrowding of the press gallery area that blocked the walking paths to the presidential. Under Section 22 of the Nigerian Constitution, the mass media, including the press, radio, television, and other agencies of the mass media shall at all time be free to uphold the fundamental objective contained in this chapter and uphold the responsibility. Kí wá ló lè fa ìdí tí àwọn Aso Rock àwọn security wà lásìkò because ohun tá a fọn fún fèrè ní fọ̀n jáde ohun tí wọ́n sọ fún wọn ni wọ́n ṣe jáde which is not right. News media ní right láti wọ̀bẹ̀ yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ nìyí so torí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kàn yà mí lẹ́nu sí wọ́n ní nǹkan tí wọ́n ń gbé pamọ́ ó sì wá jẹ́ tẹ́nà Tìnùbù láìgbàtà tí ń gbọ́ àgbọ̀rú eléèrí Buhari gan tó pawá jẹ gan Nàìjíríà tó mú jẹmọ̀jẹ̀ gan àgbélé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ọjà Gabon tó jẹ́ wípé àwọn èèyàn ní kọ́mọ̀dé inú aṣọ àwọn newspaper àkàntẹ́ ẹ̀dá bí odidi 25 kan mọ̀ wá sínú aṣọ ṣé pé wọ́n support yín abẹ́ ti rí wọn pé bóyá wọ́n gbà ti yín because I don't understand this is wọ́n ní license fún nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe wọ́n sì ń san taxi wọn kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ló tún kù ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà ti wá dojúrú po olórí dorí ẹ̀ mú but now SERAP pẹ́sàmọ̀ SERAP wọ́n ti gbé wọn lọ sílé ẹjọ́ o wọ́n fún wọn ní 24 hours tí wọ́n bá dá ban yẹn padà ìdádúró tí wọ́n dá wọn dúró pé kán má wá sínú Aso Rock yẹn mọ́ yẹn wípé tí wọ́n bá fi lè gbé bá yẹn kúrò lórí wọn ìyẹn tí wọ́n ṣe stop wọn yẹn tí wọ́n bá gbé kúrò ńbẹ̀ àwọn máa pàdé ilé ẹjọ́ ṣé àṣírí kan wà tó fẹ́ jáde ni tẹ́ ẹ̀ wò pé bóyá tí àwọn bá wà ńbẹ̀ bóyá wọn ò ní gbọ́ wọn ò ní gbà torí mi ò understand tẹ́ ẹ fi máa dáràn dúró everybody wọn náà ló ní license fún nǹkan tán ṣe wọ́n dẹ̀ ní right láti wá síbẹ̀ tó fi wá di pé ntẹ́ ń dá wọn dúró ẹ̀yin gan lẹ́ máa ń fìdí ara yín síta kí n gbogbo nọ́nsẹ̀nsì yẹ̀wò làbúrò máa stop èèyàn wọn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa wá bẹ̀ nígbà yí àwọn tàkọ́kọ́ kan tó débẹ̀ wọ́n ń wá bẹ̀ wọn àgbọ̀pọ̀n dá wọn dúró sí jáyé tí ni wọ́n dáyàn dúró newspaper náà dúró sínú Aso Rock kí lẹ gbé sínú Aso Rock tẹ́ ń dá wọn sí ẹgbẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kan anyway ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ bá wọn fi ẹ sáà ti rí ẹ bá wa sí àrẹ̀kẹ́ rẹ̀ bá wa like